Hi there, it's Elaine here. Welcome back to part 2 of my stash off challenge. I ended up having to split the video because it got much too long. So I am going to be doing the magicals part in this one, which I've already recorded, so I've had to start again and split the video in half. So I show you in this one me playing with the magicals, and I'm going to introduce some stamps, some Tim Holtz stamps, and I did have a little play with the stamps on top of the magicals. Look at that lovely mica powder. It's just mica in the magicals. The purple doesn't seem to have quite so much. But this is the copper, and this is definitely the copper, which is this one, cowabunga copper. And then the purple is the polka purple, and the Californian poppy gold is that one with a few other bits and pieces on top. And then there's the autumn maple crimson, which is the pink, which is that one. So yeah, we're going to have a little go. I have already recorded it, so hopefully we're going to be getting to the final destination of what I came up with in the end. It was a hard challenge. It was a very long, this is days and days of me doing this challenge. The girls have all had lots of problems as well. It's been quite a hard challenge, but hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it does come together for me in the end, but it has been quite a slog, I have to say. But it has been fun. I've enjoyed playing with my materials that I've not played with before, and that was the whole point of the challenge. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Right, so I've decided to do a bit of stamping with my Timmy Halloweeny stamps. This is a new one, and I did have a little bit of a stamp on some of these other ones. Where'd they go? We forgot to get them out. So the purple's rather dark. That's me raven. And then that's me lady. Then I did a couple of pumpkins, which I really like. So I think we're going to use the poppy gold, California poppy gold, autumn maple crimson, and the cowabunga copper. And this is just purely cowabunga copper. I had to play with it. I got a lot on there. This is cowabunga copper, but I didn't put as much on as this. I went completely mad. It just came out and everywhere. And I was trying out the pencils, actually. They're quite nice. I am going to wear some gloves because I did my nails. I've had so much trouble with these blinking nails falling off. I did them myself first time. I didn't put enough glue on them. Then I got glue all over them trying to put them back on. I'll get in the right state. So I think actually now every single one of them has probably popped off at least once since I've had them on. But I am slowly getting used to them. They're really long. But I'm just the first time I've ever used false nails. I've always painted my own nails really. But my nails are a bit rubbish at the moment, so I thought we would have a go at false ones. But there's bits of chips on them, there's glue on them. So yeah, they're getting close to coming off. Right. So I've been having a bit of a crisis because I didn't quite know what to do. So I think what I'm going to do now is I've had a little bit of a chat with my daughter, and she seemed to have helped me out a bit. So I'll stamp those two on there. I think I'd like to do some more pumpkins, and I've got a couple of poison bottles that I've already got stamped. Where are they? There's one of them. There's one on the yellow. I do like the yellow. I'm not sure about the papers. That's the only problem. And I haven't got my Bristol up here or my mixed media paper. But I think this one is the Canson that I've got. Yeah, this is watercolour paper. 300 GSM, £140, and it's really nice paper. It is smooth on one side and textured on the other. I don't know what this one is. I think this isn't that one, so I think we might take one of these out and do some on this as well. If I don't wreck me, I'm going to get it out. So sorry about the noise. So yes, they come out quite nice. So we might use any of those really. We'll see how we get on. I think I'll use the smooth side. It's easier for stamping on. I've done those two on that one. Oh, move them out of the way. These are the Tim Holtz blueprint stamps, and this one is called Halloween 2. If it'll focus, hopefully it will. And this one is Monster Reunion, CMS 381, and this one is Pumpkin Head, CMS 309. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a bit of stamping. Let's have a little play with the stamping. This is my old ink pad up here, and my good one is in the house. I should have brought it up with me. I've got a StazOn, and I've got a Memento as well. I don't think I like the Memento, I have to say. So what I thought was, if we do the stamping first, these have dried now, so I'll be able to show you on that one. But I might do some more pumpkins from this one, because that pumpkin is this one here out of this set, and her on that one. I think we'll do some of these on here, and then I'm going to put the magicals on top of them. So they do need to dry a little bit. And we've got a few already stamped out. I've done it the other way around, obviously. I've used some of the ones that I'd already had a play with. Right, so we'll let them dry over there for now. Put him up there to dry, and we'll work on this one. Right, I was going to put some gloves on, wasn't I? I'll be right back. I'm going to start with the Californian Poppy Gold. There's my squirter, and I'm going to wet the paper, and it's just squirt the back, stops it buckling the same. So I'm gonna do. It's a bit lumpy. bit lumpy. I'm going to do it from quite a height to try and activate some of those. And I'm going to put some copper on as well. Oh, this is what happened last time. Oh dear, oh well. Now I've got a big puddle in the middle. There is quite a lot of mica in this copper. And now I've got it all over here. Right. The thing is, with it's quite lumpy, and so it doesn't all activate, which is quite annoying. You get a bit of blue in this one. Look at that. Look at that. Where's my tissue? Yeah. That's all on the back as well. I want some more of this one. This cowabunga copper just seems to take over. Not sure if it's the right colour for her. I love the yellow. That's nice, isn't it? I'm just kind of activating the lumps a little bit so they don't, because I have found that if you leave the lumps on as the powder, they just brush off eventually once it's all dry, so there's no point to it really having it stay as powder. Right, I don't know if you can see that, but I can. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick it up. I don't know whether it will focus. I can't tell. But as the mica moves and the light's just catching it and making it sparkle. I don't know. Where's the crimson? Let's see what happens if you put some crimson on. Oh, wrong side. Let's just shake it a bit before I... Oh, I don't want it on that, do I? I don't want it over there. It's a bit dark. Ooh. Let's go over here, shall we? See if I can get it. I haven't put any water on that bit. It's no good, is it? Make her a bit red. Ooh. See, again, you can see the blobs. Activating it. Oh, I think I need some. I think I need some of that on something else. Actually, that hasn't got much on it. Let's soak it up. Let's soak it up. There we are. That can dry. That can go over there and dry. So I'm going to just activate some of these here. Right, let's dry it. So I just thought I'd show you the end of, I've put the gold on that one, and this one obviously you watch me do. So they're both dry, well, dry enough to kind of decide what I'm going to do. I've kind of come to the conclusion I want to use this one, so I was choosing colours that kind of will coordinate with some of these, and obviously it's got the mica in it, and it's very similar to the Cowabunga copper, obviously, because it's copper. And I think I prefer to put it on the paper first, and this one doesn't have an awful lot of other colour in it, but I think it depends on, you know, there is other colour in it. I think it's kind of a light pinky colour. That's kind of what I've decided. That so this has got the magicals, this has got the mica powder and the alcohol inks. I still need to use the pencils, and I'm not quite sure at the moment whether I'm going to use the snip art or whether I'm just going to stick with the stamps, because I like using stamps, and I think that's about all I'm going to show you for the magicals. And I'm going to go off now and try and figure out what I'm going to come up with. But that is a little bit more of a plan on what I'm going to do. So whether I do any more stamping anywhere, I don't know. And I'll see what I can figure out. I'll be back when I figured it out. So I actually put a coat of the purple on here, but as it's sunk into like the wood, because it's like a chipboard, it's a wood type. So I'm going to kind of go around it a bit better, because I didn't really go around the edges or anything like that. So I thought I'd just pop it on here and give it a little bit of another coat. Obviously it's got to dry, but it's taken up all of that. That's quite interesting. They're very, because they're kind of like well, they are wood. I don't really want to get it on that one. They're very thin. I'm not quite sure what they're made of. I think it might be just layers and layers of paper. I don't really know. But it's very absorbent, because that has all gone, hasn't it? I'm going to put it on here so I can clean that paper. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put it on here, wasn't I? Just to use it up. Don't like wasting it. Not if I can put it to some use on another bit. Right, so that should be right now. The acrylic blocks are quite handy for things like that. See how dark it is. Right, so I'll give it a dry, and then I think I can put my page together. I'm going to make a collage, a mixed media collage, so I will be right back. Once I'm ready to go, I'll clear all of this mess away then. We did a little stamping. I'll cut some pumpkins out. I stamped about 4 of her, but I think I'm going to go with her because I decided to paint her with the magicals. Now the purple doesn't seem to have much mica in. There's a very, very light sparkle to the purple, but it's not as much as what these are. And these are all my offcuts that I've chopped from there. So I've got quite a nice supply of different colours going on, and it did come out quite dark, so the yellow turned into this dark orangey pink because I added the crimson to it to see if I could get some more of an orange look for the pumpkins. So that didn't quite go to plan, and she ended up being too dark as well, and so it all looked very samey on here, and I thought, well, I needed some extra colour really, so I got the crimson out. God, look at that, look at that. This has got kind of a silvery or a kind of a rose goldy look to it in this one, but this is that textured cardstock that I have that's got this linen texture. I probably showed it to you in the last video, and I mean, look how it's picked up some of the texture. This is before I put this big lot on. I put it on this. I had much too much on, so I just turned it over with this and just blobbed it, and now I've got all of these, and I just, you know, they're fabulous. I can always add some more colour to it if I want to, but I love it. I thought I'd show you that because I had a real fun time. Trouble is, I always seem to have more of the fun time after I turn the camera off. There we are. So sorry about that you missed some of that. Right, so I'm rejecting. I had a little go with the blue. Look how sparkly the blue is compared to the purple. Let's see if I can get it closer to you. The sparkle on that blue is fabulous. And I mean, this pinky colour, reddy crimson, what you want to call it, you know, there's a lot of sparkle. Hopefully you can see it flashing. and this just kind of practically got obliterated because I just went a bit mad. And I didn't like the way this one was coming out. I didn't want the blue because it didn't really go with this. But the purple, however, because there's purple in this, did. So this is what I did. We won't be using those. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm going to use the yellow one. I will keep it there just in case, because the other one's just too orange again. So I've kept the pumpkins. I've got 4 pumpkins. As you saw me, I've just added. I've dried this now, and it's quite nice and dark. There is a couple of patches on here that I think it will show up. So I might kind of, you know, use that. She looks great on here because I've got her as a pale background, and I thought, well, we could cluster some pumpkins around the bottom, and we've got my raven, and obviously that's purple and this is purple, so I've got 3 purples going on. And I found I'd lost them. They'd got kind of a bit lost in the box behind me. And this is the one with the spider webs on. That says trick or treat. And that's got spooky. They've got spiders on them ones. But I like this one because it's Happy Halloween. And I like the fact that it's this white colour. Because it obviously she's got white, so it kind of starting to gel together, and I'm kind of seeing where I'm going now. And so the next plan was finding somewhere to put it. I don't know, I might use that, I don't know yet. It came on him. Let's get smashed. So I've kind of got something happening. I don't think I'm going to use it. Just jumps out. No, we'll put that away. So I had a hunt through my Halloween journal, and I've actually found a page that I think it'll go really, really nice on. Let's just flick those over. This is a black page. I think it looks really, really nice on there. I'm not keen on this, so she can cover that up. And I quite like the Happy Halloween up in this corner. And this is how I'm going to build my piece. The other thing I haven't actually used yet are the pencils. And I think what I might do is colour some of I might colour her hair in and just give it a little bit of a metallic look, and I might use it on the pumpkins, so we can do that. But I just thought I'd show you putting this together, really. Yeah, quite like him down there. He can sort of tuck under here, and he can go over there. I think the raven can sort of pop in there, maybe. And we'll pop the poison, if I can pick it up. Good job I've got my nails on. There's a white patch there, so we can pop it over there and you'll be able to sort of catch it. I know it's a bit dark, but it goes together. I've got 3 things that make a nice little triangle, which I quite like. And I think we are good to go. And I'm really happy with that. I won't put you through the sticking it down because you've all seen me glue things down before. But I think we have a good finished piece, considering how at the beginning I had no idea what I was going to do because of the alcohol inks, and I did a little bit more watching some videos of what to do with alcohol ink backgrounds. A lot of them were, you know, use them as backgrounds on cards. A lot of people that do card making was using them. Get my pencils out, because that is the only thing I haven't done yet. So what colours shall we use? We could go, that one is the copper, that one is bronze, I think. So let's just see which one is more suitable. Oh, that's red. Let's have a look. What's that? That's the copper. I suppose actually we could use all of them, couldn't we? I'm not quite sure what this bit is. I think that's her leg, because I think that's muscle, because she's sort of part skeleton. I do like the red. So I don't know how dark this is. This is purple. Doesn't look very dark. Just add in a bit of colour. I think I'm not going to do the pumpkins. I'll just do a little bit on her. Yeah, add a little bit of colour to her. That's the only thing I could think of doing, really. Here we are. There's the top dark one. Bronze. I think what we'll do is do some purpley eyes for him. I don't want to wreck 'em by. I'm not a brilliant drawer, stroke colourist, but I dabble when I feel like it. I did enjoy playing with both the products, and you know, it was a big learning curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stick this down, and I'll be back when it's all done. So I'm not going to put you through gluing down. It's going to be something like that anyway, something of that nature. And I'll see you in a minute when I've glued it all down. So here it is, all stuck down. I did go around the edge with the black. I did distress it with my scissors, as this side was already slightly distressed. No, this side was already distressed on its own, where I'd taken it off the paper. These are all cut out. I didn't do that with that because I didn't want to expose the white edge of the paper. So the poison doesn't stand out a great deal, but I'm not too worried really. They were a little bit hard to stick down, especially the Happy Halloween, because it's very fine, and it seems to have stuck okay. I wasn't quite sure how well it would stick on the alcohol paper. But it seems to be okay, seems pretty solid. I did actually use double-sided tape on the alcohol paper because there was quite a lot of stuff on the back as well, and I thought, oh, I'll just use double-sided tape, it's easier than gluing all that lot, and you don't get any warping, and because it's quite thin compared to this one. This is quite thick paper for photos, but this is quite thin. So I've got all my 4 things that the girls picked for me: pencils, alcohol ink, magicals, and I just used mica powder. I didn't use the Arteza ones, I just used the Honeydew Crafts one, so I didn't need to get the whole Arteza out. And there we are. Obviously this is the slip art that I chose, and we're done. I'm really happy with it now because I didn't know where I was going with it, to be honest. The alcohol ink and the magicals just didn't really gel together, so I thought, well, I'm going to have to come up with something else. The forest thing wasn't working, you know, the woods, and I just didn't know where to go. But I got there in the end. I know Kari and Tracey had similar sorts of problems. I think they were cursing me a lot because it is my challenge. I asked them to join me with it. My idea basically is to use some of the things that I haven't used for so long, or some of them never. I mean, I've never used any of the alcohol, I keep saying alcohol inks and the magicals. Obviously I've used pencils, but I haven't used them ones, and I've not actually used mica powder at all, and there was lots of mica going on, wasn't there, in this? And I hope you'll go and watch their videos. All the links are going to be down in the description box below, and I do hope you enjoyed watching. It was fun, but it was also hard work. I mean, the editing itself has been hard work as well, because I've had to split the video, and I didn't know, you know, there's lots of things that happen when you split a video. It just but I got there in the end, and here it is. So please go and watch theirs. I know Tracey's done 2 videos as well. Not sure whether Kari has. She had major problems with one of her products, I think. Took a long while to dry, apparently. So I don't quite know whether she has actually got 2 videos or not. But please go and watch them. We had great fun picking the things out the hat. I think the problem is we probably shouldn't have had 5 items. We should have just picked 1 each and go with the 3 items. It would have probably been a lot simpler. I mean, I could put anything else with what I've got anyway, and obviously I did the stamping, but I said to them, you know, just use whatever you want to use, but use the products that we've picked out for you. And I hope that they did have fun. If not, they did a lot of swearing at me, and I think they don't love me anymore. But I really enjoyed it in the end, and I hope you did too. So please give me a thumbs up on, well, both videos if possible, and if you have got to the end, thank you for watching right to the end through both videos, and I really hope you will come and subscribe to my channel, and please watch and like and subscribe to both Kari and Tracey's channel. That would be excellent too. And I hope to see you next time. Keep well and stay safe. Happy Halloween. Bye for now.